K-On! Is probably not a series you'd imagine me to be talking about on this channel, and to be honest this isn't so much going to be one of my usual analysis videos on any particular character, and more of a general discussion on one of the biggest overall themes of the series, and that is the idea that time flies when you're having fun, and that all good things must come to an end. Which may sound a little abstract, I know, but hopefully you'll soon see what I'm trying to get at, and so this is what we shall discuss today. If you find yourself entertained at any point during the video, then consider liking, subscribing and ringing that bell, as I cannot explain to you how much just a small action can do for this channel. And if you want to go even further to support this channel, then consider pledging to my Patreon. Anyway, on with the video. K-On! Is one of my all-time favourite animes and is one I rewatch on a fairly regular basis, and at the time of writing this script I am coming to the end of my latest rewatch of the series, which is, as you can probably guess, why I'm making this video right now. The final episode of K-On! Is one that without fail will make me very emotional. Now I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm very easily brought to tears by fictional stories, but the ending of K-On! Even so feels different. Now on paper this final episode isn't anything inherently sad, if anything it's a happy occasion. The girls we've followed for so long are all graduating together to go to the same school so that their fun and their music can continue on. I mean, even if you say it's sad because they're leaving Azusa and Tonchan behind, it's not like they will have to stop being friends and seeing each other once they graduate. Yet even despite all this, it's an incredibly sad finale as it's the end of an era, as all good things have to come to an end. And that's something K-On! Shows off impeccably. We have so much fun watching these girls and listening to their music that we lose track of time. I mean, it might surprise you to hear that by episode 8 of the series, a whole year in the show has passed, and by the start of season 2, which is only 13 episodes plus an OVA, the girls are already seniors. And yeah, this just sounds weird. It sounds way too fast, and that's because time flies. We are so used to seeing these girls having fun that we lose track of time, we forget that this high school experience of theirs will only ever last 3 years. It is a fleeting time which should be enjoyed to the fullest, and that's what the girls do. As Azus always gets annoyed about, the Light Music Club doesn't really do much in the way of practicing, instead drinking tea, eating cake and hanging out. But that's how it should be. Your high school years are short and so you need to enjoy them to the fullest. And even if they don't practice much or aren't technically the best, as Azusa makes clear, their music reaches the heart. Because don't you do your best work when you are having fun? These girls and their hijinks showcase to me the joys of youth. They don't think about how little time they have left together and instead just enjoy life. As time is fleeting, you may think you have loads of it, but the end comes before you know it, so make as many memories in that time as you can, as time is the one thing you cannot take back. The Light Music Club are carefree, they don't take much seriously, but by doing so they make the most of their time as high schoolers. Now personally I don't have the fondest memories of school, they aren't bad memories by any means, but they aren't the great times of my youth I find myself looking back on. That for me would have to be university. But through watching this show, through seeing these girls living high school life to the fullest, I can understand why one would hold such an opinion. K-On! Then perfectly encapsulates the fleeting and beautiful thing that is youth, where you don't need to worry about rent or car payments or have to put food on the table, when you can just drink tea, eat cake and play your instruments to your heart's content. And so even if I, as a working adult, cannot go back to these days and can't live such a carefree life, by watching this show I can at least for 20 minutes apiece remember what such a life used to feel like. If it wasn't made clear in this video then, I really love this show, and it instills emotions in me that I think we can all relate to, at least a little bit. I love music as I think it's one of the freest ways we as people can express ourselves, and so it only seems fitting a show about a high school music club is one that resonates and speaks to me. No matter how many times I rewatch K-On!, that final episode, it will always get to me, as it is a stark reminder that all good things and all happy times eventually end, that such conclusions aren't a sad thing. Something ending doesn't disregard what happened, it doesn't make those happy memories worthless, if anything it makes them even more precious. There will always be more good times to come, so don't be sad when something ends, but celebrate the memories you had of it. Even when your youth vanishes, your memories will remain, as what is one of the last things the Light Music Club does in the show. They record all their songs and leave them behind as evidence they were there, evidence of the fun times they had and what those afternoon tea times meant to them all. You can cry when the fun ends, you can want to turn back the clock with all your might, but as long as you remember those happy times, no matter how short and fleeting they were, then you will never lose the feelings that you felt. That is the message I took away from K-On! Whether the author intended such a profound lesson or not, I can't say, but what I can say is that even if this latest rewatch has ended and my time with these girls has ended once more, I will cherish the memories I had of watching this show and the emotions it made me feel. As time flies when you're watching a good anime, and all series, no matter how good, must come to an end. Comment to the Weekends from OTK Anime, and thank you as always for the support. If you're interested in my literary endeavours, then why not check out my books Gang Fluid Justice and People of Vape Volume 1, available at Amazon.com. And if you want to go the extra mile in supporting this channel, then consider pledging to my Patreon, where for as little as £2.75 a month, you can get your name at the end of the video, like Hikari Desu, 7SO, Smokey McBobby, Rinjack9696, and Dewey. So with all that said and done, I've been Seth the Sin, the Deadly Sin of Geek, and I'm signing out. Stay safe, everyone.